When we last left off, you guys raided Myotismon's mansion. You, uh, really crushed a poor innocent jail guard. It was all Revy's fault.
I
But,
wouldn't call him innocent, but
but, but I mean, it was Revy's fault, but Val went the extra mile in, like, ripping his face off and stealing his scythe.
to be fair, he was
Um,
already dead.
um, And then you kidnapped a small child from Myotismon and his cat, and you were about to
We
fight him.
liberated a small child, and then we adopted a cat.
And you were about to fight him after purifying the ley line. He was all hoity-toity and stuff. But then he
Actually,
looked to
I
the
was just trying to talk to him, and then when he had his moment, I
yeah.
was like, "Fuck it, let's leave."
Then he looked to the sky, broke down. Some of you noticed Crusadermon up there about to rain death on all of you. And right before you guys all died from her fist, Aster's voice and demeanor changed. He teleported you all to some unknown mountains, apparently far away. And that's where you find yourself. Oh, and he said that he wanted to talk to all of you, but the snap used more of his power than he'd like, so it'll have to be some other time. And then Aster went back to normal.
Was he ever known?
And that is where we left off, and uh, for sake of argument, we'll say that Isaac uh, decided decided that you've all been through far too much and that it would be best to just set up camp for the night.
So incomprehensibly powerful.
All right, let's see if this works. Please work, please work, please work. Oh,
Really wiped us all off of the face of the digital world.
oh my
For
God,
you, I've already
Val,
been killed.
Val, was that you?
What?
It did what?
I didn't do
Wait,
anything this time.
wait, did you not hear that? Oh, it was a commercial. Okay.
No. No, if I was gonna do something, it would be this.
Ba, 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 ba.
This development is sponsored by whoever that ad was. We're not sponsored by anything.
No, we are not sponsored by anything. Ba, ba, ba. All right, adding you. Now, swear to God, Lo-Fi Radio,
Wow.
if you don't
This
work.
one actually sounds really cool.
Um, wait, what sounds really cool?
I found a sound that's really cool.
Oh, um, so yeah, Isaac, you suggested setting up camp for the night.
Start building the fire.
Yep. And I'm sure
Do
you
you
all have lots to discuss.
do you have if you have premium Spotify,
Premium Spotify? I do, but I'm not sure if that would be for the best because, what is it, copyrighted music and all that?
Oh. Hey, it's working.
It is not playing when I'm telling it to play, but whatever, it'll work for now.
Not Aster, not Aster being ill prepared.
I didn't
I mean, it's not your fault though that the app just stopped being,
useful.
that's not your fault. No one can blame. Also, hello everyone. I'm here to kill. I mean, live. Maybe.
But yes,
Fuck was that?
you've all gathered around the camp. I'm sure you all have much to discuss. Whoever wants to lead this camp time conversation, don't forget you still have the small child and the cat with you.
Eros is building a fire. He's gonna look up and ask, what does everyone remember of, like, their past? Like,
Hi, Maya.
what do they know from way back when that made them become part of here?
Oh, so Eros is asking if they remember being kids, essentially.
A little bit. He's asking, like, what do they remember from being kids, and if there's any connection as to why they were chosen to be here, like, to be digidestined.
Ah. Um.
That
So.
really couldn't tell you, backpack. The only thing I can even think of is Isaac will hold out his Digivice, his little toy here. I've had it close to ever since I was kidnapped as a kid. And then that countdown started, and now we're here. You all had one too when we first got here. Where'd you guys get yours?
This got this one, and he shows the Digivice. Like, he got this one from me. I don't know who, and I know you all got yours from your siblings.
Siblings? What are you talking about?
Wait, what do you mean? You forget about Alice, your sister?
I don't have a sister.
Yeah, I mean, you all had siblings. Revy had a brother. You had a sister named Alice. There's Elise with her sister, and then Val and his brother.
Did you forget my brother's name? It's
Kinda, yeah.
Mikhail.
And with Mikhail. Like, I've seen
Thing I've
all of
got is
you as kids.
that's a little creepy there, backpack, especially considering I think I'm older than you. But the only thing I've got are two average parents, a coffee shop, and a dog that turned into a monster and tried to eat me.
Also,
From what I can see, Coronamon looks like a dog.
you won't have to roll for anything, but everyone's probably starting to feel very skeeved out by Atlas's conversation choice.
Wait, was everything that happened before we come here in the digital world even real?
I don't even know anymore. We haven't even thought about going back since we got here. If there's even anything left, that giant mechanical dragon thing blew up half the city.
Well, technically, that was a sea serpent and not really mechanical, but armored, yes.
Talking about the machine Germans that literally lasered us to death.
Oh, well, those aren't dragons.
Dragon, dinosaur, robot with doomy doom cannons.
I
They
mean,
are the
obliterated
ultimate
half the
machine
city.
chimera, thank you. But, Eros, because it's in Eros that's saying this, right?
yes.
Yeah, but we don't know Eros. Well, we knew the Eros that's not with
We've
us
been given
anymore.
his name, what do you mean? Doesn't he have a different colored eye whenever Eros is speaking?
Yes.
Actually, yes.
So, like, I think that's something that has been noticed by us, but are we just pretending that it's Atlas?
Also, thanks for the follow, Banana Man. As for that, so the thing is, Eros wouldn't have been back with Atlas for very long at all. So I don't know if you guys would have picked up on it, but if you want to say you did pick up on it, that's fine. As long as you're the perceptive sort.
I
He
mean,
is.
my perception is 3d6 plus 8, so not the greatest, but
3d6 plus 8, that's high as fuck.
I mean,
Is it?
my dodge is 3d6
Oh,
plus
it's-
15, so
I got it backwards in my head. I was thinking his willpower was 8.
no, my willpower is 5. So my lowest stat is actually intelligence. Val is not the smartest person. But he would be like, well, I guess I don't want to break anything for role playing sense wise, but I'll just say, if hypothetically we did have siblings, but we don't really remember that, because there's a lot of my childhood I don't remember, other than my parents being absolute monsters to me. Other than that, hypothetically, if we did have siblings, was there a reason we don't have them now?
Yeah. It's
I will be right back having issues with my daughter.
how can I say this? You could say that
I'll go grab her and hold on to her.
You got,
if
like-
things get...
erased from your memories.
We took her outside, and it got really bad, and she. Boom,
But if he was erased from my memories, wouldn't I still have met him?
You- Yeah, you all had siblings, but like we all died, and I don't know what happened next. You all forgot.
So, when did they die?
That I have no clue.
Because there is a moment in my past that I remember dressed up nicely and then crying for some reason. And that same night, my parents were even worse than normal. If you had somehow magically said that was the time that they had died, I would be a little bit more inclined to believe, but with what we've been through, I say it's definitely a possibility.
I mean, I've seen through Atlas's eyes the pain that my death caused to our family. It was gruesome. But hey, Big Brother's always there to protect his little brother.
if truth be told, oh sorry, go ahead, CL. I saw you unmute.
So if the digital world is a merging of worlds, as it seems, does that mean our world has merged with it too? And what if your world, this world where you say we have siblings, is a whole different world?
It could be. I I honestly don't know how the digital world works and how parallel universe are. I just know that you all had siblings. We all died, and you all forgot. The only thing you remember is those Digivice, which has no connection as to who gave them to you.
While everyone was talking, Isaac would have walked over to Firemon and the sleeping Mike-Mon to kind of just blink it, inspect it, I guess, check on it. It's been unconscious since we found it.
Okay, so, had to vanish for a quick bit there. How was the conversation went?
Backpack's trying to convince us we have siblings, Val's entertaining it, Lunamon's talking about multiple world theory.
I think we to see his two cats sleeping.
Two cats sleeping?
Mike-Mon and Firemon.
Yeah.
Mike-Mon and who?
Firemon.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, so the Mike-Mon is, a bit emaciated, but it seems like it should be okay.
Hang in there, little guy.
And, has this... Oh, you said Lunamon. Was it Lunamon or Elise that talked on the multiple worlds theory?
Good question.
It was Elise. If we're going with Lunamon, it's gonna be the Lunamon here, more voice. That was terrible.
Okay. Yes, for those that don't know, Lunamon will be speaking for Elise for this session. And all right, so who's gonna bring up something next?
Do you guys think that fixing the ley lines will fix everything and allow everything to go back to normal and bring us back home too?
Well, up until now, it's been our only objective. But I guess if we're gonna talk about the worlds merging together, it sounds like these ley lines are fixing that, and that might close off our only way home.
Possible, but maybe fixing the ley lines will open the portal, the pathway back to our world. Anything is possible. Maybe the ley lines is the connections to open the portal instead of being the connections to close one.
God, I don't really know much about all this multiple world stuff, Elise, but I am sorry for trying to take your bag the other day. At least it's not vibrating anymore, I guess.
It is unfortunately not vibrating anymore. um, Elise,
It's fine.
Just like that?
Easy, let the girl be.
Well, thank you.
Speaking of, Ravi, do you have input to this campfire conversation?
Nope, I'm just taking care of Minomon.
Fair. Valentine?
Sorry, what am I responding to?
You're not responding to
Do you
anything.
have anything to say?
Well, Valentine always has things to say. But he is happy that Isaac apologized to Elise. But he is kind of deep in thought right now over this conundrum of siblings that cannot remember. But he will actually say, and also I'm sorry to any issues I may have caused to the group. And then other than that, he's just kind of deep in thought, honestly.
Fair enough. Isaac, you summoned this campfire conversation. Do you do you have things to talk about?
I've essentially gone over the three things I talked about. Yeah, I guess I didn't explore. We haven't tried going home, but that got a lot discussed.
Huh?
Checked in on the mic mon. Apologized to Elise.
Fair enough. And does anyone have anything to talk about regarding the small
Stowaway.
the small child?
Elise leans in and whispers towards everyone and is like, "Are you guys not really concerned about this small girl that's with us?"
Who was carrying her last?
It was me.
Inside Isaac's jacket. By the way, have you kept carrying her in his jacket, or did you set her by the campfire?
In my jacket.
Eros kept her in her jacket and just wrapped her in a bundle, keep her warm.
But you didn't put her by the campfire?
Well, he kept her fire to fire, with
Okay.
the jacket on.
Okay,
But,
okay.
He's not putting her way out in the middle of nowhere. He's just at view.
Fair enough.
Probably sitting beside it. But at the same time, he'll lean in beside Elise and he goes how are you feeling about you twinning right now, Lily?
Well, Elise just brought up to everybody else how they're feeling about this small girl. So after that, are you going to lean in and ask her that?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the last part of your question, Atlas?
Basically asking how you're feeling on the fact that you're currently being twinning with the little girl, and then I say your real name.
Did you catch all
And
that?
then no response happens.
Just waiting, patience.
Yes, CL is
Thinking
waiting.
about it. She's thinking about what to say.
Yes. There's a slight disconnect in the one who does the thinking and the one who does the speaking.
There's a loading thing spinning while Elise and Neomon DM each other.
Would Elise still be wearing Atlas's jacket?
I mean, she never gave it back, so.
Yeah.
God, we're all just stripping and giving our clothes to Revy. Val, quick, give your jacket to Revy.
Elise leans
Revy already
over.
has a jacket.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, Revy has a much cooler jacket than all of you.
Shots fired.
Hey, I would like to say that mine is very fashionable with its puff sleeves. Thank you very much. But to be fair, mine did get changed by the Angel Womans, and I don't exactly know how that looks yet because I haven't. I haven't
It's more
paid
princely
for.
now.
Fair enough. Go ahead, Elise. You were saying?
So Elise leans over towards Atlas and is like, I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know if I can even speak about it.
If you do need someone to listen to or to talk to and listen, I'm always here for you.
Does that trigger Elise's torment?
Yes, it does.
Would my first question about the siblings also pull out my torment?
So talking about the siblings, just because I don't want to have everyone rolling,
Which torment?
hurt the major one. Or, not the major one, the terrible one.
Crest.
Yeah, the crest.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
I don't know why my noise suppression just turns off. All right, can you guys hear it now?
No.
Your what? Your silky
Never
smooth
heard
voice?
anything.
So
Yes.
willpower minus, what did I say, 15? I think I said 15.
You said 13. I wrote it down.
I definitely did not say 13, but that's too weird of a number.
That's the number I have.
And don't forget to include your willpower in that roll. It starts
yeah,
at minus 15, but
It's
put
minus
your willpower
15,
into
but
that.
I've added my willpower. Yeah. Sorry about
So
that.
it's a -2.
You have a 13 willpower?
She
never mind.
has
I
a
see what
7
you're saying.
willpower.
Okay.
Yes. I rolled a 9 plus 7 minus 2.
You got it.
Wow. Wait.
Plus 7 from the willpower makes it a -2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Elise is, Elise definitely backs off after that comment. And her cell phone glows very brightly. As she kind of stops talking.
You getting a phone call, girl?
It's simply her Digivice.
So
You
Right.
used to call me on my cell phone.
after asking Elise that question, he will pull out from his bag like a little centrifugal force device for pills. And he puts it beside her, and then moves away a little bit.
You brought the vibrating brick?
No, it's like it's a little. You know those little desk items where you just like hit it once and it just keeps moving. It's usually
Oh,
like
balls.
so
I don't remember that in your backpack.
because he
Atlas.
made it on like he made it after seeing her with the brick, and he's like, "There's a better way for that, especially since she has a very small bag."
um. By the way, Elise did propose that question to everybody, though. How they're feeling about the small child. Before Eros was like, I'm here for you, and made her shell up.
I have no idea
probably
what this
walk
child
over and squat down in front of the little girl. Just, hi, how you doing? Ready to talk? Something? Gimme!
Um,
I just want to make sure that the little girl is okay. She must be protected.
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
ah, Isaac, give me a persuasion roll. Or a perform roll.
It's the same, I think, for me. Yeah. Very mid.
Yeah, not bad. So when you start talking to her, the girl's eyes do flash to you for a moment, but then they start flashing around at everybody, and she starts to get scared until she sees Elise, and she runs over and grabs onto her.
Oh, shit. It's taking
Hell
everyone
hath
right now, not the
hell
skies
hath
out.
no fury as Elise with her
Ah! Ah!
my brain is so tired that I cannot even word. I'm just gonna go in my corner of shame.
um, but yeah, so the little girl will run over and cling on to Elise before she starts crying on her.
Did I say something?
Does that trigger the torment a second time?
Um, no, I mean, Elise is already very despondent. I don't think it's going to, like, trigger it a second time at all, but Um, yeah, I don't know how Elise will react as she's very mentally despondent right now.
Are you good over there, Elise?
Elise looks appalled as she just doesn't move at all, and the girl clings to her.
And, as the little girl clings to her crying, the little girl will start saying, Oh, Elise, I've looked for you for so long. It's been so long.
You two know each other?
Elise looks at Eros.
Eros will just like move his hand, like go on. Like she sees you as Elise, so I think it'll be good for you to just be be Elise that you always knew. and just like the gesture of his hand, not just completely saying that.
Oh, him not actually saying that, just
Yeah, like
okay.
he just because Elise looks at him, but Eros doesn't want to spoil like the truth,
Spoil,
so he just
yeah.
like just play along.
And how will the mentally broken Elise respond while this is going on?
Elise looks at the small girl in doubt, debating to push and just run away.
Elise is gonna push the girl away and run?
Debating to. Oh, and yes, now she does push and run away.
The pusher, Aster.
So does Elise run away down the mountain path, or does she run into the forest?
Into the forest.
Alright, so everyone sees Elise push this little girl to the ground who was crying and clinging to her before running into the forest.
As Eros sees that, he goes see the little girl, see if she's okay, and then he'll look at Isaac and says like, "Don't scare her," and then he runs after Elise.
God, everyone is so dramatic.
Says the one with the baby, just chilling in a corner.
We just having the time of our life. We eating and stuff. It's a nice campfire.
They're making s'mores with chocolate chips.
Of course.
Isaac will crouch down next to the girl just to make sure she's okay. Firemon, you go follow them to make sure they're okay. You got it, boss.
And as you crouch down next to her, you'll hear her whimpering. We searched for so long. Everyone died. Why won't she respond to me?
It's been a long day. She's probably just as scared as you were. As Isaac trails off wondering who we is, and they're all dead.
Yeah. Um.
Of course, as I run to go let the dogs out, when stuff happens that I would react to.
So you guys continue conversation, but I'm gonna have to go deal with my dog being sick for a moment. I'll be back.
Well,
Anyone gonna
I'll,
chase down other than
what was that?
anyone's gonna chase down Elise other than Atlas? Because you know how Atlas is.
Atlas and Firemon ran out that way. Well, you have your chance to run after them as well if you would like, leaving Isaac and Revy with one Digimon and a panicked girl.
That's the thing, is that I am probably, since Elise is freaking out right now, I'm probably the best chance at cheering up the girl because my perform and my perform is a 3d6 plus 12, so
And leaving the little girl with, the two psychotic murderers.
Okay,
probably
so to
not
be
the best
fair,
ideas.
I've already attempted consoling her, and she's not hysterical yet. Now, yes, she
But-
is
Why is there
scared
a
and
child in the
crying,
digital world? That's
but
weird. I would.
Oh yeah. It's so odd. Revy. Oh, why are there children in the digital world?
Hashtag, something sus is going on.
Oh, I will kind of walk over to Isaac and the little girl, and I'll just kind of look at Isaac like, "You want to go help catch these?" And then I will, pull out some cards and do some card tricks for the little girl, make her cheer up, like intentionally making the deck of cards explode in my face so she laughs.
did the cards at least take you out to dinner first?
No, they're rude.
Oh, jeez. I guess Isaac will go pick up the Micmon just because he did send Firemon off without him, so. And I'll just start to tail behind the group, I guess, to go see if they're all in one piece.
Strong is the Mightmon.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bloodied and battered champion, but
Oh, okay, never mind.
Ooh.
look your
Your chance,
Minomon.
Revy. Go take it from Pheromon.
Isaac
No.
has it right now.
No,
You can beat Isaac, Revy. Go do that.
but it's
Oh,
looking like free EXP.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
It might
3.5,
give you a
Revy?
free- It might give you a free XP from killing Isaac.
If an ultimate was only 0.5 XP, my gosh, a player killed probably like 0.2.
No, that'd be 0.02.
It's really 002. It's Isaac, to be fair.
You're
Hey, I like my coffee, mommy, okay?
My stats have been reworked since you nearly knocked me out, okay? It won't happen a second time.
But,
Say that, and then it'll happen the second time.
It's kind of off topic, but I was thinking about turning that one banner that Aster had made into a playmat.
It is pretty cool.
It is pretty chill, yeah.
I am considering getting like a character playmat like Revy did.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Because I already have an idea, but I just want to make sure I have a proper person to do it.
That's fair. Or if you design it yourself, you can just send it into Inked Gaming.
Yeah,
The
my
guy
art
who did
style
my
is
map-
out of like a grade schooler, so I'll ask the same person that did Revy's art.
I was gonna
Fair.
say, if you don't go with hers, the guy who did mine, he sucks with human faces, but everything else he's done is amazing. And he did the mat and everything landed for one. So,
Mine was focused on her face. So. Did Coronamon catch up to Elise?
Well, Aster said he'd have to be right back.
Alright.
Yeah,
And did you leave
Aster
your
has
backpack?
some thick doggy issues.
Did you leave your backpack, Atlas?
you are not about to loot an ally's backpack.
First of all, I put food in his backpack before we left. I'm hungry.
That is true. She basically made me into a picnic basket.
Yep.
Hey, boo boo!
He probably would have taken it off so he can grab the stuff from his backpack.
Alright, cool. I'll just look at it and ignore everything else but grab some food to cook. Let's try to feed our Digimon so that way they're not weak and useless.
Yeah, something we never did.
Yeah.
Nothing about satiating them or just a good meal after a horrible day. It's just, I don't need you being useless.
Yep. My Doru knows.
It's okay,
I'm
I'll just
getting
have Firemon
constipated
keep me
for
in a
months.
bond.
So, yeah, because like I'm kind of just doing nice. I'm just doing tricks for the little girl. So like, kind of have to wait for Aster.
No, he told us all to continue the conversation, but
Yep.
that there wasn't a conversation to continue.
Doggo's
Yeah.
being sick is not fun.
No,
Well,
my dog grew up earlier too.
just as a heads up, I decided to purchase the Foundry and might be running role plays on that.
I see, I see.
What kind?
Well, I think the first one I would run would be Mega Man Battle Network. Because I'm
What?
already running an
Wait, that's cool.
in-person Power Rangers campaign.
Would you be able to make your own character?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, you make your own character and your own net navy.
Interesting.
They even have rules for creating your own battle chips.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I had an entire campaign that I was running with a group, and they actually your element is a skill that you can roll to manipulate and like do cool things with your element. Not really Digimon related since we're waiting on Aster, but but I have multiple net navis, including one that's based off of Machine Dramon.
Yo, you need to send me this because I'm a big Mega Man main and I love Mega Man. So, yeah.
No, I'm a big Mega Man Battle Network and just Mega Man in general fan as well. So
I think Mega Man was my first game when it was a child.
nice. I actually have a replica Mega Buster that actually you
cool.
turn on and it makes the sound, and when you turn it off, it does the choo choo choo.
Oh, that's cool.
Here I got the Mega Buster from Devil May Cry.
I got the Mega Buster for Devil May Cry as well.
Yeah.
But and then I might run a Digimon campaign on the Foundry as well. But since I would have to custom code everything, that is with my limited time. Yeah.
If you send me it, I can do the coding for that probably and help you out with that.
All right. Thanks. Sweet.
Yeah, because if you're using the Foundry, I can actually just do the tutorial for that again. Depending on the code that they use, it could be actually really easy for me. As I know 4 different coding languages.
Nice.
Nice. But 2 of them are obsolete at this point.
Yeah.
Lua and HTML isn't used as often anymore. Lua is kind of just meh. But I also know JavaScript and C++.
Java is like slowly being like people just like keep using Java less and less and less.
Yeah, C++ still gets used, but
Oh yeah, C++ definitely used. That's what they're teaching at college.
They taught us
That
fucking
and Python or Viper.
Python is being taught somewhat. Python is just Lua just reiterated though.
Sorry for the intermission, everyone.
I think I'm the only one that's actually paying attention to the screen.
Fair
Besides,
enough.
yeah.
Maybe I go into the narrator voice and read smooth, soothing story.
I was gonna say, do some smooth jazz.
I'll just like lean in real close. Now close your eyes.
God, stop.
Maybe go to your Optimus Prime voice just for the time being.
Autobots, roll out.
Let's get Aster banned fast. Someone. Play Kingdom Hearts music. Sony hates when people do that.
Ah. Ah. All right. Back to normal.
How was everyone's week?
Panic at the Disco was awesome.
Crazy busy.
Cause I
My week was actually pretty crappy until the Panic at the Disco stuff.
I'm sorry. Well, at least your Panic at the Disco was good.
Yeah, I loved it. Next is Gorillas.
Nice.
Yes. And I have Demon Days, so I'm gonna get them to sign my vinyl album.
Just going all over the place.
Yes.
I just start singing terrible, terrible songs.
Did you not like listen to any of the videos I posted? You can hear me in the background screaming.
Oh no, I didn't. I haven't actually been able to really respond. Like this last week was even crazier.
I am
next-
here.
Awesome. Who are you?
he's clear.
Yeah, I had to also like research like, hey, if your dog is like pooping everywhere, should it go to the emergency? No, that's normal. Just give it 2 days. Anyway.
Plain rice and chicken. It should be fine.
Anyway, so I did notice that when I left you guys to your own devices, you actually had lengthy conversations in character.
Not really. We mostly
Sounds
talked
like
about things
lengthy.
out of character.
Yeah.
But I will say that I did make a roll to cheer up the little girl using card tricks.
Let's see
I
that
got
rule.
a 20. Get up there.
She stopped crying and she's focusing on the card tricks, but she's still fairly distressed. A lot has happened to this little girl.
Yeah. She's got a jacket on, so she doesn't need 5 other jackets.
It it goes without saying that Pheromone and Eros would definitely.
That was actually a 24. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Same, like, maybe focusing on the cards a little more intently, but, and needless to say, Pheromone and Eros would be able to catch up to Elise.
Isaac also chased after.
Isaac catching up a little bit later, because I think he gave chase a little bit later. While,
I intended to hang back.
While Revy and Minomon just kind of smash some food by the campfire.
I'm trying to make food for everyone.
Oh, also, Isaac, Coronamon says that he'll generally be busy on Saturdays and probably won't be able to be Coronamon anymore, so you are now Pheromone.
I talked to him. I told him it's cool.
Yep. So, when Pheromone and Eros show up, does Pheromone say anything, or does he let Eros do the talking?
Oh, it's not for Eros. I just sent him because they didn't say anything about Digimon or anything. So 2 humans alone in the middle of nowhere. We've never been.
Huh?
Yeah, that is.
Fair enough, especially since it's, like, obviously corrupted. So, Eros, what do you do when you catch up to Elise, who is fumbling through the thickets of the forest?
I mean, Eros probably would have Mushmon, like, on his heels and I think Elise probably would have Lunamon with her. So like, Arrows would just tell Mushroom to just like keep a distance as he slowly walks towards Elise.
So, you said you're gonna approach Elise, or
Arrows is gonna slowly approach Elise. Like he's not gonna go straight like from the back. He's just like gonna like do like a giant curve coming from the side so that I don't freak her out when I get too close.
Are you gonna call out to her, or?
I won't call out just yet. I'll just like try and get her attention first at
All
first
right.
glance.
Elise, you are running through the forest. Eros is trying to get your attention. Do you think you notice him, or do you just keep running?
Elise stops running and asks, "Who's there?"
She's gonna stop. And I'm just like, it's me. It's just me. There's no one else. Let's just talk. Me and you, Lumi.
Wait. What was that last part?
I'm literally gonna be like, it's just me and you. Let's just talk, Lumi. Like I literally say,
Oh,
Lumi, not
okay,
Elise.
okay. I thought you said it's just me and you, baby.
No, no.
um. So yes, that happens. Isaac, you said you're gonna hang back.
Yeah. Just gonna watch for now.
Okay, roll stealth.
I mean, that wasn't hiding, but okay. Right, because he's trying to convince her that we're alone. Cool.
Elise looks around and tries to find Atlas and walks towards him.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that hard to find Atlas. So as she walks towards them, continue, Elise. Or
Why would she be here? She can't be here.
I'm also as confused as you are. But if I was here just a few moments ago, there's probably a reason why you are here when you're currently here as well.
I just realized arrows popped out just for this campfire. Anyway, continue. Elise?
Elise turns away. It's impossible, and you know why.
I know why. And again, there might just be a reason as to why you are here. The answer is probably with you.
Elise?
So, is she really that person?
You're asking if she's really is who you think she is, and I think you know who she is. Then I think, yeah, I think she is exactly that person. But it's it's a question as to why she's here, and not the question of how come she's here.
And it'll be around this point that you both hear a twig break.
Atlas will go in go in front of Elise to protect her.
Isaac, you are the breaker of the twig. Do you come out or do you retreat?
I guess I retreat.
You run away?
I don't run away. Like, did I hear them, like, him convince her that it's just them?
Probably. Yeah.
Then yes, I'll fall back some, but I'm not gonna turn and run.
Um, you hear
I'm
shuffling.
sensitive. I'm not stupid.
You hear shuffling in the forest, but it seems to be leaving.
Eros is going to keep an eye and an ear out to make sure if it's completely clear before he turns back to Elise and he goes like, I think it's gone. We should be okay now.
Elise touches her hair and looks around frantically after hearing the twig and the feet shuffling, and then says, I'm sorry if I freaked out.
I mean, you saw how I freaked out just a few days ago and all that, but like, there's a reason why. Again, you have a reason to have freak out because that is you, but also it is not you, which begs the question of who she is.
Um, as Isaac backs off, if you would like to continue that conversation over DMs, you can. Do you both eventually return to the camp?
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah, they will both eventually return to the camp, and Elise will continue it on DMs. Oh. 1 second.
And how will Elise behave around the little girl who is probably staring at her with puppy dog eyes?
Elise does let Eros lead back to the campfire, though.
You said Elise lets Eros lead back to the campfire?
Yeah, like go ahead first and stays in the forest for a moment.
Ah, fair enough.
Eros will go forward, but he will stop like halfway to at least be like there in case Elise does need help to navigate back.
Isaac's stalker vibes intensify.
um,
Can I roll perception for Mushmon to see if he can see Isaac?
are you looking for Isaac?
Well, no. It's just like Mushmon was standing in the forest, and then there's the tree branch, and then there's Isaac
Oh.
just sneaking around.
Roll perception for Mushmon? I mean, Mushmon's perception isn't all that great, but sure, you can roll for it. I mean, Mushmon probably would have been with Pheromon.
Like
Digimon also is rolling perception and looking around the forest.
Mushmon also has tracker.
On the prowl for a stalker. I don't think it would be that surprising to find Isaac in the forest, though, considering Pheromon would have been there.
That is true.
Yeah, I think
I didn't necessarily intend to be like hiding. I just didn't want to run up on you guys.
Yeah, I think Mushmon and Lunamon probably would have found Isaac around the time the twig broke.
So after the conversation with Eros and Elise, Eros will start walking back and probably cross paths with Isaac.
Probably. I mean, as Isaac has said, he's not hiding from you guys. He just didn't want to intrude.
Yeah, I mean, he walked in, snapped the branch, walked out, and now he's stalking.
I just stayed behind, so she couldn't run back in. She clearly has reservations about returning.
I mean, she has a lot on her plate.
Wait for it. Just making sure she doesn't run away alone again.
I mean, that's also phrasing up why I'm here. So
Yeah,
we can,
you're only on one side. Pincer.
we can always pinch her in case she does deviate, but I think she will come back.
Like we got her.
So after Elise has a little time, like 1 second.
I don't know why, but I feel like Revi should just beat the crap out of both Eros and Isaac, right? Everything you guys just said made my skin crawl.
Ravi's probably gonna show up with like hot plates, just like shove them at us, and then beat us up.
Elise is formulating ideas with Elise.
Elise would stay in the forest on her own for a little to recompose herself and just digest everything, and Lunamon just staying beside her. Then after a little bit, take pause.
Yes, guys, let's keep wasting time while we're at it.
Wait. What did you say Elise would do?
She's just kind of staying in the forest a bit to digest and recompose herself.
Gotcha. But she eventually goes back to the camp and whatnot?
Yes, eventually she returns to the camp with everyone else.
Alright. So, unless anyone has anything else, this is where you'll all turn in for the night before waking up in the morning.
Naked and afraid. Dun dun dun.
No, I was just, I'll be pleased when they all come back. I kept trying to make the little girl happy since that is one of my aspects. Is my major aspect is the gesture goes above and beyond to cheer others up. So I was trying.
Yeah, I mean, if you kept at it, you probably would have got it like a grin from her.
Okay, good.
Yep. Although once Elise came back, she'd probably run back to her. But yeah. So as you guys go to sleep for the night, what's the plan on waking up? You are on a mountain path of sorts, so you can follow it if you so choose.
When Atlas wake up, he's gonna freak out a bit, and then just look around and goes like, "Where are we? Why are we here?"
I will allow Atlas to wake up. I will allow Atlas.
Plane.
I will allow Atlas to wake up first, so everyone else can wake up to him screaming.
We're not dead, Backpack. I know it was a rough day yesterday, but don't play stupid. We raided Myotismon's mansion, nearly got blown up, got teleported here. Aster's broken, and we forgot to talk to him about that.
What? No?
Then Elise has a new best friend. I have a dying cat.
Why can't I remember anything?
By the way, Elise, roll straight body for me.
Aster, you still alive out there, buddy? Buddy, old pal, companion of creep.
Well, I did hear you call me broken, and I'm not very happy about that. What was that about?
Well, you tried acting like you were a hero and some shit and teleported us across the digital world, which, by the way, that would have been useful 50 other times so far. And then you kind of just twinkled away.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been useful, but I did no such thing. I don't even know how we got here.
Okay, so you and Backpack done gone crazy.
I'm
gonna go fly on ahead and see what I can see while y'all figure this out.
Alright, and, Elise, you are going to wake up shivering as the little girl who bundled up next to you is rather ice cold.
Elise tries to hug the girl, hoping to give her body warmth, and tries to shake her a bit and wake her up.
When she shakes the girl, it does wake her up. Oh, Elise, why are you waking me up? Is it time to get up already?
Why are you cold? Are you okay?
Cold? What do you mean?
You're ice cold right now.
Ice cold? I don't know, I just think you're really warm. She'll say, hugging Elise back.
Elise looks at Isaac. Was she cold when you carried her?
Isaac is off in the sky. He's off in Neverland. No one's actually touched the girl up until she, snuggled up to you last night, though. Everyone decided to carry her with the jacket.
Does she still have the jacket on?
She probably didn't wear it going to sleep.
So Elise finds the jacket and puts it back on the girl and then hugs her and says, I'm sorry about last night.
Oh, I'm sure you're dealing with your own things, Elise. We've been looking for you for so long.
What are we missing?
Yeah, I may have guessed. I'm just glad we're back together now.
Right. And as that conversation finishes, Isaac, from scoping out the land, you'll notice at the end of the mountain trail, probably like a day's walk away, there is a village. Uh,
Hey guys, I'm sadly gonna have to hop off. I can't make it.
Night.
I'm about to fall asleep. I know.
good,
It's
good
terrible.
night, Val. You're,
Alright, good
you're
night.
good.
Y'all enjoy this session. Sorry, group of people.
Regarding that village, do I notice anything particular?
Um,
Populated? Is it in one piece?
well, from where you were, you could see that it definitely looks populated. I don't know how close you got, but one thing that stands out is there's a good amount of like what looks like either like Roman or Greek architecture, and there are a lot of arenas within that village.
See. No, I suppose I will fly back and report my findings.
So, Isaac shows up from the sky and reports that there is a village at the end of the mountain trail. Yeah.
Start heading out. You know, I'll say as I beat Minamon and Dorugamon.
So, Revi prepares to head out. Does everyone else follow suit?
Lewis packs up his bag, puts out the fire, well, whatever's left of the fire. And he will probably grab his jacket from Elise. Not like politely ask. And then we'll probably just stand a distance from everyone else.
And Elise, do you pack up and get prepared to head to the village?
Yes, Elise packs up her things and made sure to bring the girl with her and holds her hand.
Her icy hand. Yes, so, you all make your way to the village. It's a long journey. You probably have to rest one more night before actually getting there, but, when you eventually get close to the village, you notice two almost neon yellow humanoid creatures standing guard at the village entrance. They look like very muscular Digimon. Neon yellow and black. And something else about them. Something that would perhaps make them much harder to identify because it's not quite normal to them. You'll see two very large vials coming out of both of their backs.
That's a different sight.
Will they let us by?
Well, do you walk up to the entrance?
Yep, I'll walk up right to the entrance.
Whoa there, small human. Are you trying to come inside our village? Well, all you need to know is that we're the guards.
That's good to know. Now, who are you?
Well, if you must call us something besides guards, we're Bulkmon.
I see.
It's been some time since we've seen humans around here. Are you trying to gain entrance into our village?
Yes.
Normally we wouldn't let such puny creatures inside, but if you'd like, we can go ask our leader if they'll permit you access.
All right.
And he'll laugh a little. Ah,
Elise would like to decipher intent as well.
what are you trying to decipher?
We may have to come back to that.
Okay. So, uh, the Bulkman will look at Revi and laugh. Ah, quite the mouth for one so small. I shall return in a moment. And he'll head into the village as the other one takes his place standing guard.
I look at the group. I look at the group. I thought about killing him. What do you guys think?
You think about killing everything. Just because it usually works doesn't make it okay.
Nothing in this world is okay.
Look, we kill one. What happens when the other 50 come?
We'll kill them all. You guys should keep up. You guys are pretty weak.
Isaac will turn to the Volquan standing guard. Y'all can hear her, right? Like, we do not endorse this one.
Well, she seems to be the only one with some strength among you, I guess.
Strength and stupidity do not go well together.
Strength goes well with anything, little one.
That's very true. I like this one. Would you like to come with us, Pokemon?
Oh, don't worry. If you're looking for strong people... Ah, the reverb! Was that just me?
No, I heard it too.
Whatever it was, it only came through for a second.
If you're looking for strong people to accompany you, there are many within the village.
Ooh, okay.
Isaac will look more at the vial sticking out of him. You talk about strength, but you pretty roided up there, buddy.
Strength comes in many forms.
Well, maybe we'll get to tussle a little bit later. I saw those coliseums y'all got back there.
You saw some of the arenas, did you? And as you're having this conversation, the other one returns. The leader has granted you access. However, you must follow me.
Nope. Last time we did that, we all almost died. Not gonna happen.
Well, that's your call.
Alright, let's
go. You've got a point, Isaac. Let's go.
We should be strong enough to fight them this time.
Nothing has changed from when the Hive nearly murked us.
You haven't changed, but I'm stronger. And I still got my spear.
Okay, first of all, fuck you for the spear thing. Second of all, when did you get some powers, princess?
I don't know, are you trying to find out?
Hurt me more, mommy.
So are you guys...
decipher if they have ill intentions.
You want to decipher the intentions of the Bulkman?
Yes, if their intent is ill or not.
Alright, give me that roll. $17? Not the best roll. Modifier hard carry, but it seems like there might be a little more than what the Bulkman is saying, but it doesn't seem that he necessarily has malicious intent.
Guess if I wanted to fight stronger opponents to get stronger, I'm gonna have to go in anyway. Fuck it. Be ready to run, Pyramon.
So, is everyone following the Bulkmon?
Yes.
Atlas?
He does, but like Mushmon is pushing him to go faster.
And the Bulkmon take particular note of Atlas and kind of look him over. Strength comes in many forms. Sometimes your body is strong, but with such a weak mind, who cares? As he continues going along. And as you walk through the village, if you're looking around, you see many strong-looking Digimon, specifically very muscular Digimon. Some look like Kung Fu masters, some hold swords. Most are human-shaped. Eventually, though, he takes you into it's pretty obviously what looks like a large arena or coliseum, and down a very large hall before he gestures for you to wait inside a room.
I take it we have to earn our stay?
Something like that.
Why not?
Paying him into the fire, I suppose.
So does everyone go into the room?
Sure.
Mushmon pushes Atlas in.
Um,
As Mushmon is a little excited to be in, to be there.
and Elise,
What's the roll perception?
perception?
Yep.
Well, give me that roll. $24. Alright, so you've noticed a few things. Through this hallway that you've been guided down, you notice that you've actually descended a little bit from when you first entered, but it wasn't extremely apparent. Within the room, you see that there are places to sit, but there's not much else in the room. You see an odd crack almost that goes around the entire room, but doesn't quite touch the walls. The hallway seems to stretch on farther than where you are. But aside from that, there's not much else worth noticing. Oh, I'll also say that though it's faint, through being so perceptive, you can vaguely hear what sounds like a lot of voices above you.
Okay, Elise will digivolve Lunamon to Latrismon and have Latrismon carry the child. And then she tells everyone about the voices as she kind of looks towards the trap to see if she can make out anything more with it.
Sounds like we're gonna be putting on a show.
Does Atlas see anything that can be harmful to himself or others?
Well, Atlas can't see helpful things at all. He can only see harmful things. However, he doesn't necessarily.
I did say harmful.
Oh,
Not helpful.
he doesn't necessarily see anything harmful around him. Oh, I suppose I'll say that the vials on the Bulkmon's back do scream that they're very harmful. But other than that,
And
not
Revy.
not really. Revy maybe a little.
What
As oh, Atlas can see if something's going to be harmful to him, and he was pointing you out. But as for Elise looking at the trap, you can't even necessarily determine that it is a trap. There's not a lot to figure out about it, except that the crack is fairly deep. So, if you're all examining like this, does that mean you've all entered the room, though?
Yeah.
Elise?
No.
So, like, she can't see through the trap at all?
No, rather, if it didn't surround the entire room, if you didn't notice that, it wouldn't really stand out at all.
Elise decides against going in.
Is Lekismon in the room?
Letismon would wait out with Elise.
Alright. So, Elise, give me a dodge roll. $16?
Yes.
So, as Elise hesitantly waits outside the room, the Bulkman will laugh. No time for second thoughts now. And it won't be too forceful, but he will give her a very hard pat on the back, basically tossing her into the room. And he'll look at Lekismon. Honestly, you don't need to join her if you don't want to. But if they're to be in this village, being in this room is kind of a requirement. Also, Elise takes 1 damage.
my god, Elise.
Elise falls unconscious. No way to fall.
Light pat on back. Oh no, I'm not long for this world.
Letismon glares at the Bulkmon and then follows Elise into the room.
And once Lekismon enters the room, the Bulkmon shuts the door and you're all surrounded in darkness. And you all feel the room shake a little. And it feels like you're moving. And the voices that Elise could pick up on earlier are getting louder and louder, and it sounds like cheering until you hear a feminine voice that sounds over the cheering. Greetings, one and all. It has been so long since we've had humans visit our village, such feeble creatures, and yet they think they're worthy to set foot inside our village. How can one so weak, so ugly, have this honor? Well, I'm a very magnanimous host, and if they can prove their beauty through their efforts, then they shall be allowed to stay here. And as you all know, what's more beautiful than strength?
You just call us ugly. Excuse me.
Isaac's been staring down wherever this voice is coming from. What does he see?
You're still surrounded by darkness.
Okay.
But as these
Weird cultists.
as these dark walls fall away, you find yourself in a very large arena surrounded by cheering Digimon. And you hear this voice echoing from its own platform. Welcome, humans, to the Village of Strength. And if you look towards the Digimon at the top of this village, or at the top of the arena in its own private section, you'll see a very beautiful angel, kind of like Magnanimon, but much more feminine, with many, many rainbow-colored wings.
Interesting.
It's
Anyway.
rainbow throwing me off, but anyway.
Well, you actually should have. You've done enough research to know what this Digimon is, but for now, it'll go on. I have let you inside my village. Now it's up to you to prove yourselves. However, as you prove that you're strong enough to be here, I will also prove how ugly, terrible, and flawed it is to be weak.
I'm gonna kill that.
I had every intention of attacking it.
Are you going to attack this Digimon?
Are they in the arena?
Well, they're like at the top of the seats in their own private stand.
At least we would like to decipher intent on the angel.
Sure.
Just find the biggest, baddest motherfucker and take him down on your first day.
23. Yeah, so you can tell beyond a certainty of doubt that there is not a single lie in this angel's words. Everything it says, it means. It will most certainly allow you all to prove your strength to stay in this village, and it will prove how utterly terrible being weak is to all of you.
Can I yell at it to come down?
Oh no. You can come up to me though if you'd like.
Well then.
Or you all can take part in the games that I've prepared for you.
Elise asks what will happen if we can't prove it.
Well, there's nothing quite as disgusting as being weak. So, you'll simply be removed from this village. I'm not so barbaric that I'd kill all of you.
I plan on killing. I'll partake in your games.
Elise looks at the rest of the group and asks, should we?
We will.
They're connected to the Church of the Beauty, so obviously they have connections to Magna Angemon and Crusadermon that nearly killed all of us. We need to be careful. As much as I would love to destroy her.
And with a clap of her hands, you'll see 5 pillars, one for the T-posing Valentine, rise out of the ground, and within the middle of them,
10-6.
there will be a spot for all of you to walk in. The first game is very simple, and the rules for the games will all follow a similar theme. Your Digimon are not to take part. They can take their spot in the stands if they'd like. But for this particular challenge, you will all hold up these pillars. Don't worry, they've been modified for your human abilities. Now, if one of you is too weak to hold up the pillars, they could, before the game start, pass their load off to somebody else if they don't trust themselves but trust others with the work. But should they fail, they'll be removed from the games and their load will be given to everybody for every consecutive game.
You guys better not fail me this time. I'll give Minomon to Daruga and he'll fly to the stands.
I mean, the good news is 3 of us actually built strength, kind of, so...
I suppose that is good, isn't it? Well then, would everyone like to take their spots within the pillars? Or would someone like to trust their work with somebody else?
I'm just gonna pat Atlas on the back and he's like, "You got this, buddy," and then he's just gonna like run off to the side and then try and get into the stands.
Who's trying to get into the stands?
Which one?
Okay, I thought you said Atlas was running away.
No.
Isaac
He wants to, but he's just like, if I run, everyone's gonna get burned by me, and then Revi's probably gonna kill me. So he's gonna stay.
So, Elise, do you take your spot within the pillars? Or do you give your weight to somebody else?
Isaac would turn to Elise. It's okay if you want to sit this one out. I think we can do this.
And as three of you take... Oh, go ahead.
Lisa asks Lattismon to guard the child and then takes her spot as Lattismon goes to the stands with the child.
So Lekismon goes to the stands and Elise takes her spot within the pillars?
Yes.
All right. Everyone give me that feats of strength roll. As the pillars start to come down on all of you. And as 150 pounds comes down on all of you, 3 of you manage to hold it up quite well. But, Elise, you buckle under the weight and fall. Your pillar would crush you if it wasn't designed to stop at a certain point.
Elise, are you okay?
Thank God she tried to move.
And the angel will have... Oh! Look here! We had one that was weak and tried to take on too much. Apparently they couldn't rely on their comrades. They must not be that strong either, but at least they've held up that weight. But from here on out, it looks like that girl's weight will be distributed to all of them for all the games going forward. How burdensome.
What's your name?
Me?
Yes.
You may call me Anjuamon X if you'd like. Or just Anjuamon.
That's all I needed to know. Alright, thank you. What's your next game?
Well, before that, Elise...
Elise, yeah, moved away and kind of got out of the way of the pillar and let go, but
Right. I mean, she's not knocked out, but she is out of the games. No other commentary?
she looks to everyone and says, I'm sorry, and
Let's see. The angel will laugh again before clapping away the pillars and having a track rise out of the stadium. Also, before that, everyone give me an endurance roll. Boo, boo, boo. Oh, very good rolls. So yes, you'll only be working with a -2 for the next event. Um. So, for your next rolls, let me look at the sheet real quick. My God. Da, 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 da. Well, since the sheet isn't wanting to load, give me athletics rolls from everybody.
With the -2?
With the -2. Unless, of course, any of you would rather pass your work on to somebody else, as you have to run laps. 100 laps. For all of you. It would have been 50, but somebody had to burden you with all of their extra work.
Speedy boy.
So is everybody going to run their own laps?
I
mean,
think
if
we're
we
all
could
running.
roll.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-ba. All right. So, Ravi, you just barely make it across the finish line. You almost collapse afterwards. But Isaac, you don't make all 100 laps. Your legs give out on you around lap, we'll say 95.
It's bullshit.
Easy.
And the angelic
Bitch, don't even.
and the angelic woman, oh man, I do believe all three of them would have made it if they didn't have to take on somebody else's work. But they did. And now it looks like another weaker member is dropping out and giving their work to the other two. Oh my. Even if the other two were quite strong, how will they manage going forward? Well, red-headed one, you are allowed to exit the arena and join the stands with the girl if you'd like.
Yeah.
I just like the image of like Ravi's on the ground, panting, but she's still like super like emotionless. Sees Isaac like halfway across, and she's like pathetic. But Atlas is just standing there like without breaking a sweat. He's just like what is going on?
Well, Atlas is so used to running.
Sure.
That said, Atlas and Ravi, give me endurance rolls.
At -2.
No -2 to the endurance rolls.
No -2. Okay.
Once again, very good rolls. But with the extra work you all had to do, this time you get a -3. So a -5 in total to your next series of tasks. With another clap, the track will disappear. And this time, something much more simple will come up. 2 chairs, 2 desks, and what looks like a lot of papers. All right, you two. Now the body isn't the only thing you should be training to be strong. Let's test that knowledge. Although, there's a lot more knowledge to check with your 2 friends out. You 2 in the stands, how are you doing watching all the work you've given your friends? Fun, isn't it?
Can I put my bookworm aspect to this check?
Yes.
Glare intensifies.
And you there, girl, are you having a good time? After all, I think all of them would have passed quite easily if it wasn't for you. You could have even given that load to somebody else in the beginning, and it still would have been okay.
What are we rolling?
Knowledge.
Glare intensifies.
Oh no.
You could always give your extra work to Atlas.
There's already so much. Hey nerd. You're doing this for me. Good luck.
Ravi just walks over with their stack of papers and puts it on top of Atlas's.
Like Atlas is already like halfway done.
And Atlas just keeps scribbling and scribbling and scribbling until eventually he starts to reach problems that he just doesn't know the answer for. So, Atlas, as you end up getting stumped, what do you do?
You've got this, backpack. You can do it. I believe in you.
He's gonna focus as hard as he can, but he's also like knowing that if he fails for everyone, and he knows he's probably gonna be failing because if he can't answer this simple question, there's a definite problem that there's harder ones further down the line.
Pat him on the back. You got this.
He flinches a little bit, and then goes back to focus on answering the questions.
And as he finishes up, a Datamon will come out and eat all of the papers. And you'll see its light flash a few times. A 63%. Failing.
I immediately crumple to the ground. As it, my self-esteem does get hit hard.
Alright,
And-
we're done here. Daruga, attack.
Now.
Daruga will stand up.
I never said that it was over. After all, you gave your work to him and he failed. But you can still participate in the games. Do you think you can take on everybody's work?
Yes.
But- Very well. She'll clap one more time, the desks will vanish, and the arena will turn into a large pool. Now, it's 200 laps.
Was just floating in the pool.
Thinking he's in an ocean.
Again, he's just. But he's currently like zoned out from being told he failed. But like the pool does not help either.
Can I grab him and swim over to the edge where I can get him out of the...
Yes, that's fine.
So fish him out.
Ravi, give me another athletics check, but this time -4.
On top of the -5, or just in general -4?
In general, -4. I'll say that she recovered 1 from not having to do anything during the book session.
Inspiration. I'm about to use an inspiration. Yeah. Too low to me.
I forgot I had inspiration, but it's too late now.
You can't tell me if it's passing right.
I can't tell you. I will say that is 100% mid. So you have a 50-50 chance of doing better or worse than that.
Alright, when it comes to inspiration, you have to use the last one picked, or can you pick out of the 3?
You have to use the last one.
Oh. Nah, I'll take it.
So around lap 50, Ravi, you feel your muscles extremely heavy and stiff from holding up those pillars and running those extra laps. And you eventually just can't swim anymore. And you almost start to drown, but a humanoid shark-looking person wearing swimmer trunks jumps in the water and pulls you out.
Oh my god.
Oh, what a good show. What a good show. Well, I don't know. I think that was good enough for you guys to stay in the village. Even if some of you are wretchedly weak and burden your teammates to no end.
Oh. One more.
During every swimming session, Atlas is rewriting all of the questions that he had to go through in his book so he can answer them back all over again.
I'll get up stretching. I want to fight you. Along with our Digimon.
I mean, you're hardly in the shape to do that now, but I'll be in my temple. Come whenever you'd like.
Okay.
And she'll walk away from her outlook and into the darkness as the stadium roars with cheers for you guys.
I'll walk to the group. Alright. Rest up, then we kill her. Okay. I said, okay.
This is
We'll
currently
see.
not listening as he's trying to answer some questions.
She said she has the X. She's worth more to us alive.
No, isn't it better if she's dead anyways? You can steal it. Want to take it for yourself?
If it's something stealable.
Well, I mean, she's dying regardless. Either you guys help or you will die with her. Let's make it simple.
We'll see.
Um, Elise, how are you feeling?
Elise is feeling bad for failing everyone and making it harder for them.
It is true that she could have just trusted the others and it would have made things much easier for them, I suppose. um, but aside from that, Revi is proposing killing Angelamon X. Where does Elise stand? The good old Elise huddle with Elise.
He just watches on and makes sure everyone is doing well and staying safe while they're doing the challenges.
Okay. So, is the plan of everybody to get some rest within the village before going and finding Angelamon?
I mean, I'm gonna
Yes.
take a second to recoup, but I'm gonna try to talk to her before Revy comes to murk her.
You can go ahead.
Mr. failed on the second challenge.
Bro, let me throw you back in that pool, see how far you make it.
I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that was Atlas. He's currently busy answering questions because someone's not smart enough to do her own homework.
I mean, I would have done the same thing, but let's be honest. I think all of us would have.
That is true.
So, is Atlas going to basically stay in his seat while everyone, departs, going over the questions?
Can I go grab him and grab the paper and just snatch it away?
I mean, I was gonna say he basically just doesn't notice everyone's leaving, and Mushmon just grabs him and carries him.
We can do that then.
Okay, so Revi and I assume Mushmon with Atlas and probably well, I don't know, but at the very least, Revi and Atlas are probably going to look for somewhere to rest up. Isaac, did you say you were essentially going straight to the temple after catching your breath?
More or less, yeah.
And Elise, are you going to go with Atlas and Revi for getting some rest, or are you going with Isaac to find Angelamon?
Will Revi and Atlas do that because they're gonna do the killing thing, or what?
Yes, they did.
Whoever
Well,
wants to kill, Atlas is busy going through all the questions.
Mushmon is just following Revi with Atlas to
Yeah.
follow them,
Mushmon
essentially.
does want to fight.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna go with Isaac instead.
Okay. So, once you guys find your way out of the arena, and the big old strong Digimon around here are actually pretty nice and show you the way, do you ask around for the temple? So, passing by, God, it almost just looks like a very giant human, to be honest. However, it's wearing a metal mask and its head is on fire. just kind of points you in the direction and says, "Don't worry, you cannot miss Temple. It is very large and stands out."
Thank you very much.
And he also has the two large vials coming out of his back before he continues on. So, if you follow his advice and keep going, you eventually find this very large building. It kind of looks like a temple, somewhere between a temple, an arena, or a very elaborate gym that has two very large, muscular Digimon posing as statues. Or rather, statues of very large, muscular posing Digimon.
The vanity continues. Well, I'm pretty sure we're in the right place.
Did we find a place to rest?
Yes, there'd definitely be an inn for you two to lay down at.
Give Atlas, Isaac a few, and then I will make the entrance.
So, Isaac, as you approach the temple doors, give me a feats of strength roll. "22. So, it takes a good amount of effort, but you are able to slowly but surely push open the temple doors. They are much heavier than you'd expect.
This is just simply inconvenient.
And as you enter, you see a very long red carpet coming down. You see church stools laid out on the sides. And at the front of the temple, you see Angelamon bench pressing. However, there are no weights at the end of her extremely large or long barbell. Rather, you see three Bulkmon on each side, and their feet are actually on a lowered ceiling, pushing down with all of their might as she raises the bar up and back down.
Maybe killing her is not a good idea.
I'm not there.
Reffy's not there yet. So, you and Elise have entered the temple.
Mushron is like following Revi as well because he also wants to fight upon Andromon.
So you two are now looking for Angelamon after resting for a bit, but Isaac?
Has she noticed? Probably not. She's one of them swole muscle brain dumb shits. Hi. Hello. It's quite the workout you got going on there.
Oh, it just maintains the figure. I heard you enter a while ago. Why are you just standing there? And why is it just the two weakest members of your group that has arrived?
Y'all keep this simple. I'm here to learn more about the X. You said you have it.
Oh yes, I got it while traveling with my mentor. I visited... Oh, what was that world called? Himeros?
Swear to God, I thought you said hemorrhoid for a second.
Let me see if I got the name right. It might be Iliad. Ah, yes. The Iliad world.
Again with the dimension traveling. Why is this so commonplace for you, Digimon?
Well, after all, the digital world is composed of many. It isn't that odd to think that traveling between worlds is so uncommon. And she'd
If it was
keep...
that common, they wouldn't be living in this shithole.
Many things have happened since the fall. It is true that we can no longer travel to different worlds.
Hey.
And she'd keep bench pressing while talking to you.
Say at this point,
I'll probably try to ask her like if this temple is anything related to the Church of Beauty.
She'd yawn and let the Bulkmon grab onto the bar as she sits up. Well, of course. This is a part of the Church of Beauty. Why wouldn't it be? Or rather, maybe I should be asking why you know of the Church of Beauty.
well, referring to your fall, some of the damage has been undone, and we've met some of your followers. Much of the outside world didn't know the church still stood.
Damage undone? While it is regrettable that we can't necessarily travel to other worlds, I don't see any damage or harm caused by the fall.
So you know nothing about the ley lines.
The ley lines? No, I know of them.
All-consuming fog, virus types running rampant, former lush forests turning into, graveyards. None of that ring a bell?
Well, first of all, the Church of Beauty aren't bigots like the main church. We don't care whether a Digimon is a virus type or not. As for that fog of yours, the corruption has been great. It provides much strength for Digimon that need it. The only thing regrettable is that they lose their strength of mind. But one should always focus on their muscles first. Otherwise, they'll end up regretting everything else.
See.
Is there anything you came here specifically to ask me about?
Well, you'd answered my question. Isaac would turn to Elise.
I probably don't have any anymore.
Power metal. I'm attacking as I'm walking in.
You walk into the temple and attack.
Yep, directly aimed at her.
Are you attacking or Darugamon?
Daruga. Power metal.
So the cannonball?
Yeah, no, that's okay. There's cannonball and power metal. So, you know what?
I always...
No. Yeah, cannonball. Cannonball
Okay.
is the one where he shoots it and then follows along with his body. is
And
done.
is power metal just a charge?
The cannonball is no. The power metal is also a range. They're both range. In a way.
So power metal is cannonball, but he doesn't charge along with it.
Yeah, that's basically. I don't know why they did that, but I followed the wiki for it, and I was like, when I read it, and I was like, what? But you know,
Okay.
One's a 1-2 punch.
basically, yeah.
All right. Give me that accuracy roll.
All right. All right. So again, for the automatic successes, what?
So for
So
you roll 2 less, but that's 2 automatic successes.
Oh, okay. So accuracy, correct? Yeah.
Yep. So when you shoot the cannonball at Angelamon, um, she doesn't move from her seat and she doesn't try to dodge it. She puts out her hand and catches the ball. Oh my, are you trying to play fetch?
Interesting. So you are strong.
I wouldn't be able to run this village if I wasn't.
You must have been weak before. Must be the X thing indeed. Huh.
I wouldn't say I was weak, but it doesn't really matter. Finding new strengths is always beneficial.
You and your dumb church are gonna die.
Well, maybe one day you can hold up on that promise. But right now you're far too weak.
I guess so. But that doesn't mean I'll stop.
Was that a statement?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll hold my spear out.
And she'll stand up. Well, normally about this time I spar with the Boutmon, but if you four would like to take their place for today, I suppose that's fine.
Him too. I'll throw Valentine down. And Atlas. I see everyone.
She'll look down. She'll look down at Coronamon. Is the little cat from Iliad going to play too?
Hopefully they're smart enough to digivolve.
Iliad. To be fair, he's been Fireman this whole episode. There's a lot of assuming going on here.
I mean, it's because for some reason you like to be extra and start out as small and then digivolve in the middle of a fight.
Free full heal. Free full heal.
Yeah, but the last time you tried that, you died.
It's true, you can
Last
get
time I
knocked
tried that,
out.
I got jumped by 4 people.
I mean, wait, we don't remember that actually.
I mean, that doesn't change the statement of the little cat.
Fireman will just grit through his teeth, puff out some fire. I guess we're in on this one, huh?
And the little Iliad bunny as well.
Of course I will be.
And the stump.
Smells like he's gonna like up his shoulders, crack his knuckles. He's like, I was born ready.
Alright then. All of you attack me at once.
So we'll have another chance to attack? Okay. Power metal.
Alright. Everyone can give me accuracy rolls. If they're taking Angelamon up on her free attacks.
Mushroom's attacking with destructive mushroom bomb.
Isaac throwing down the fire bomb for the exploit chant.
Is that an AoE?
It's actually Inferno Wing Axle that does the exploit, and no.
Huh.
So yeah, Inferno Wing Axle. Though the likelihood of me doing the 2 damage is rather low. That said, the order these attacks come through matter because she gets a -3 dodge for every one of them.
Mushroom bomb has armor piercing.
Mushroom Bomb has armor piercing?
Yep. Rank 1, so it ignores 2 armor.
And Lekismon.
Alatusmon stands by to watch the others and make sure no one needs healed after or anything.
Alright. So, I'll let you decide. Are you going to all 3 strike at once? Or are you going to have a slight order to it?
His exploits, correct?
Yes.
So, will
If it clears 2 damage.
Oh, okay, then nah. If it attacks all at once, wouldn't it be better? Because then the fight begins. She's letting us have free attack. Unless she's like speedy.
She gets a -3 dodge for every attack that happens with Firemon nearby.
You guys decide, attacking. Anyway.
Well, thanks for the follow, Sauce.
I
Raw
think Revy
sauce.
should be the first to attack, and then Isaac, and then
Yep.
Atlas.
Alright, and Revy, what move are you using?
You know what? I'll use since it is a free attack, I'll use I'll use Cannonball.
Cannonball, is that the one where he charges behind the ball?
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know if that's smart this time around. Yeah, we'll do it.
And Isaac, you're basically becoming a blade legger, right?
Yeah, we's doing flippies and spinnies and Beyblade and shit.
Okay, that's funny. But real words. Isaac, describe the attack.
Firemon will like do a somersault, and then when he finishes the flip, he'll like spin sideways and then flip back up, and just lots of flipping and spinning.
Oh. How does that hit anything?
Well, he's got the big sword sticking out from the sides of him, and he's in her face. He can't hold a sword like a human, so he has to do flips to cut things.
Okay, so like he's supposed to cut something with every flip and with every spin.
Yes, the Anchoamon, ideally.
Okay. I was just like, I don't know. I just thought it was like a charge where he was gonna like run and blade liger it. But okay.
No,
um.
that's the charge attack. There's the charge, the exploit, and the ranged. This is the exploit.
Just let the man cut the Digimon.
All right, Revy, Isaac, give me dodge rules.
Okay. Wait, are Digimon correct? Because the other one.
Yes.
You know, part of me just wants to not.
What? Is Firemon's dodge too?
Or I'm in offensive stance right now.
Oh. Where is Darugamon getting these stats?
Oh, okay. He normally has the 17 because he has combat awareness.
He has what?
Combat awareness. And it gives you like +2 for your first round, and then his boost from +2 for his from his bonus. So it's only for like the first turn today.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, he just has tons of accuracy and dodge. Got it. So 6. Yep. As all three of you attack her wings go and absorb the brunt of the shock from each of your attacks, and her hands shoot out to wrap around both the Rugamon and Coronamon's neck before chucking them at Woodmon.
Woodmon dodge.
Woodmon, give me a dodge roll.
Yeet.
Alright.
Question, is that something that I can intercede?
What was that, Elise?
What? I'm asking if it's something that I can intercede.
I don't think it would be smart for you to, but maybe Lekismon could intercede for Woodmon. You couldn't intercede them grabbing those two, but Lekismon could, I don't know, try to catch them or something.
Yep, something to that effect.
Alright, so Lekismon jumps in the way for Woodmon and tries to catch Darugamon and Firemon. Just to give Lekismon a slight advantage, Lekismon, give me an athletics roll. $14. Alright. So instead of we'll have Lekismon, Pheramon, and Darugamon. I'll take 12 damage.
Oh, thank God we're all good because I have my shield on him.
And how is Lekismon and Pheramon?
Just under half. Not happy.
Lethismon is not faring so well.
Oh, come on, guys. I barely threw you. This is just a sparring match.
Oh my God. Alright, what are you guys gonna do? Do we roll initiative or anything like that?
If you'd like to continue the fight, then yes, you can roll initiative.
Well, I'm continuing this fight. Wait,
I'll
so
sit back and watch.
that means we did no damage?
You're sitting back and watching?
Does that mean we did no damage?
Oh, it's nice to be on this side of it.
I mean, it doesn't look like you did any damage, at least. Isaac taking the Revy approach.
You guys better keep attacking.
You're not going to be around to deal with it if we don't.
Lethismon is also sitting out.
You're also weak! No.
Atlas is sitting out, but Mushmon is staying in.
Oh my God. I'll give Minamon to Atlas. Hold him. If anything happens, I'll kill you. I'll be fighting this too then. I'll be rolling initiative with my Digimon.
Alright. And as everyone sits out, can't necessarily Isaac or Atlas, I doubt it. But did either of you make a Boutmon in your billions of Digimon lines that you made?
Nope.
Nope. I mean, Isaac made more than me, but yeah, we didn't use Balmon.
Don't really have any muscle-bound things in my lines.
You don't have any aggressive brawlers?
I mean, the closest one I have is my Viking Berserker line, but it's not complete.
I mean, there is the boots, Brymon, but that I wouldn't call that a brawler. It's just a giant iron sword of doom.
By the way, Atlas, did you roll initiative? Yes, okay. So, Anchuamon would walk forward to you two. Alright, no need to hold back. If you three are all that's left, you can come at me. As per the usual, I won't dodge your attacks.
God. No dodging? Okay then. Wait. God, you're all useless. Fine, we'll stop this.
Mushroom throws another destructive mushroom bomb.
And a wing will. Well, let me look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a really good roll.
Oh, wait.
You know what? Instead of a wing intercepting it, it'll actually just hit Angelomon. What does it do, by the way?
It does 9 damage and has armor piercing and causes poison.
Oh, right.
Wait. Oh, right. Armor piercing isn't a status effect. Yeah, so when it hits, it'll explode on her. But as the explosion dissipates, 2 more of you are sitting out?
No.
This can hardly be considered sparring.
You're right. Keep attacking Doroga.
Rather, I should ask, what are you guys planning to do inside our village? Are you just going to stay here, or...
Oh no, we're just passing by.
Alright, you're stopping by. Where do you plan on going?
A ley line. The closest ley line to purify it. After we're done killing you and your temple.
Ah, yes, you're making a lot of progress on that. It might be a while before you get to that ley line, then. Do you even know where one is?
God. No. Fine. Okay.
Okay, so we
stop the
do,
whole
but
fight?
I don't remember.
Can we? I guess we have to stop the whole fight and ask. I'll look at Isaac. You didn't ask this. I gave you some time, and you didn't ask this. Like
You gave me time. What'd you think I was gonna do? Let her know you were coming?
I wouldn't be surprised if you tried to hit on her. Like
I came here to ask about the X. That's all.
and nothing else.
You know,
these people are selfish.
she has a point, Redhead. Why didn't you try to hit on me?
Because you're not that pretty, okay? Anyways, the point is...
Are you hitting on me?
No, not at all. You're far too weak.
Damn.
I didn't quit it, I guess. Shit.
She is right, you are really weak. And I guess so am I for now. Alright, can you tell us where the ley line is? I'll have Durga fly back to me.
Well, if you're all intent on purifying the corruption, then your best bet is probably to go to the factory. While I don't necessarily have any problem with the corruption, it has been a little bit bothersome that our training equipment has slowed gradually thanks to the factory being corrupted.
Alright, if we purify it, and we spar again.
Sure. I might even give you some aids to help you out.
Next time, I won't need the help.
If you say so. Hopefully next time you'll be a lot stronger.
Atlas finally falls back after finishing the last page of all the questions.
You know, I'm kind of surprised Atlas, of all people, doesn't have a question for her.
I mean, he just finished answering like a bunch of questions twice already. Okay. But he does have a question, and it's probably not the question you'd think of.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a new question now, though. But yeah, Atlas first.
So he'll sit back up and he'll look at Andromon and he'll be just like, "Do you have a library?"
Of course I have a library. Training the mind is just as important as training the body.
Where? May I ask?
Oh, if you go out and you take a turn here and take a turn there, you'll end up at the library. If you get lost, just ask anyone for directions.
Okay. And file things on the Pokemons.
What was that, Atlas? You cut out a lot.
He's asking about the vials on the Boltmons. The Bulkmons? That
Oh. Well, those vials contain corruption, of course. Whenever a Digimon needs a little extra oomph, it gives them strength to go on.
what happened if we purified the ley lines surrounding the area? If that's corruption.
Purified the ley lines surrounding what?
A city, like what would happen if the ley lines are purified? What would happen to the corruption in the vials?
That's a good question. Perhaps because they're isolated, they'd be unaffected. Or maybe it would all go at once. Who can say? And Isaac, you said you had a question?
You called two of our Digimon Iliad Digimon. What are you talking about?
Well, those Digimon aren't from our world.
Okay, care to elaborate?
Well, it's not that special. They're just from the world that I visited where I got this X antibody, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether they are actually from that world or descendants of other Digimon who have come from that world, I couldn't say for certain. But they certainly aren't native to ours.
Understood.
Also, she'd say, and, well, first, I'll ask, did you bring the girl to the temple?
Like the little girl that was with me.
Yes.
Well, I never left her alone. I made sure that she's with me, yeah.
Okay. So, Andromon would then say, now then, there are many things that I'm willing to overlook and many things that I don't care much about. However, as a holy Digimon, there are still some duties that I must complete, and I can't quite overlook the fact that you brought an undead inside my church.
What do you mean the undead?
She would start walking over towards you, Elise. That girl clinging to your hip. She no longer draws breath. She's been deceased from this world for a long time.
But how could that be? If she's dead, then why she's walking around like that?
That's a good question. Where did you find her? There's only so many Digimon I know of that could do this to a human.
Then why would they do that to a human?
Well, some of them are evil and just do it for their own amusement. Some of them are looking for playthings. I don't really know. However, nothing good is going to come from allowing this child to continue to remain in this world.
So you're trying to say that we should kill it?
Kill it? No, she'd say now standing in front of Elise. That child is already dead.
Then I'd look at everyone wondering what they would, if they would say anything.
I did say she was. Why would a child be here?
Ravi, you're fading into the void.
Alright, lady, you gotta calm down a little. It's still a child, regardless if it's dead or alive. Let Elise decide.
Isaac is slowly gonna walk to her and see if he can discern any like character that feature,
Characteristics?
yeah, of if she's actually dead or not.
She certainly is cold to the touch. Her skin is a little pale, but it does look like she's breathing.
She looks fine to me.
Ah, yes, and I'm sure you are an expert on the undead, boy. What was that you scored on the test?
Liz immediately steps away and goes into a corner.
And Angelamon bends down to the little girl and holds out her hand, which is shining with a bright light. Come here, little child. I'll offer you safe guidance to the afterlife. And as Angelamon is saying all of this, the little girl starts mumbling words about afterlife and dying, and she starts thinking about things and starts to freak out and cry on the floor.
You should take care of that, Elise.
So is anyone going to do anything for the crying girl, or is it going to be up to Angelamon?
This is definitely difficult for my character.
Elise,
But she does.
are you ready to say goodbye?
Alice got daggered and hurt by Andrew, so he can't do much. But Mushmaster's gonna try and cheer her up with some juggling.
Um, No, she is definitely going to be in a ball, freaking out. And Angelamon is going to get closer to her. There, child. I'm sure you've been through a lot. Your suffering will be over soon. And
The word at least, and I'll stop her.
And if no one gets in her way, the angel will grab onto the small crying child and wrap her wings around her, and there will be a very bright light before the child disappears into dust.
From this point on, Elise would just try to walk away and leave the temple.
And Elise, you specifically will be overcome with a lot of emotions that don't quite feel like your own. Happiness, sadness, a long time of isolation, longing for someone specifically. And you'll see flashes of what almost looks like your traveling companion as children with other Digimon before those flashes go away and you're just left with those emotions.
Well, she will definitely turn away. I'll try to hide her tears. And if she can walk away, she will.
Well, Angelamon certainly isn't stopping her. Now, if I haven't mentioned it yet, the factory is not too far from the village, actually. Just follow the trail and you'll find your way there. But if you'd like to rest first, there's also the inn. And Atlas is mumbling to himself in the corner. Elise is leaving the temple. Isaac, what are you doing?
Yeah, probably just gonna go to the inn, I guess.
And Ravi?
Ugh. I'll go to the end too and think about the fight. Wait,
Mushmon's gonna just
can I ask?
grab Atlas and bring him to the inn as well.
Can I ask her a question before we go?
Sure.
Aster,
Yeah, go for it.
how are you with Magna Angemon?
Oh, you've met Magna Angemon?
Yes.
Well, his pillar's a bit different than mine. He's more concerned with superficial looks, but he is strong, so he's fine enough, I suppose.
She's actually good. Ugh. I'll leave. I'll grab my Mino mom from Atlas and keep on.
Alright. Yeah, I think we can wrap the session up there. Alright. Thanks everyone for showing up, and thanks everyone who watched.
Am I 0.5 XP?
You might get 0.5 XP, Ravi.
She never fought. She never defeated an ultimate. So maybe 0.05.
Fuck you.
She only wanted to defeat Angelamon because it's like, ooh, it's an ultimate. If I beat it.
Yes,
To be fair, she is going to come back here on her solar adventure in the future, take down Angelomon, and then control the entire village for
Trey-
herself.
Make a village order as hobos.
Take down
All for
Angelomon.
the extra 5 XP.
Yeah, it's just for that 0.5 XP. It's like, I gotta kill her. I gotta kill her.
That's exactly. She showed up. I was checking every Digimon. I was like, what's your name? What's your name?
I mean, there was Def Marimon.
Yes, there was Skull Marimon, who was
Yeah,
an
I had
ultimate.
to be smart. Okay.
There was also the Datamon.
The Skull Marimon was just a random civilian, though. Like, let's go to the temple. It's over there. Now die.
It was literally like some civilian with like.
Hold on.
I think.
Hold on. Oh, he's just a random civilian, so we shouldn't kill him. Oh, but a jailkeeper doing his job? Yeah, we definitely need to kill him.
Okay, look, I did that because someone else already did something, and he was like, "Oh, don't save the girl. Look at that. Look. Hopefully, he got closure or whatever." But there you go.
Weren't you the one who started that fight, though?
No, he started. Okay, he got it. No, actually, whoever saved the that Digimon started it.
Yes,
Sistermon?
Isaac.
Isaac? But
He started